Hello again, friends. We are going to take on Mount Kress. Good times. This is going to be maybe a little painful to watch. Hard to say. Not my favorite place in this game. It's kind of a cool area though. Will packed his bags, left the Rolek mansion, and headed out to Mount Kress. Stern resolve in his heart. The purple and magenta colored flute in his back. And it is called Mount Temple on the map, so I was only sort of wrong. There are mushrooms bigger than me, and plant stalks are scattered around. So unfortunately I kind of zapped through part of the description of the area there. But as you can see, this place is a maze. Very annoying maze. Full of floaty skeleton heads and stuff. I think this is interesting thematically because it seems to borrow a lot from, you know, kind of Western fairy tales and mythology and stuff. Especially European stuff. You have these floating skulls, and they always make me think of Shakespeare or something. Why? Because, you know, like Hamlet, they're actually called York. I do have a bestiary from this game. In the original... Oh, keep running into that, trying to get that gem. From the original release of the game. And it does have these skulls listed as York, I think. I'll have to confirm it, actually. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. And you know, you kind of have like this whole Jack and the Beanstalk, through the looking glass kind of thing going on here. And this is where I start getting lost. I'm already lost. Oh, here we go. There's going to be a lot of springing around through all kinds of stuff. That didn't work out too well. And you have these, you know, hyper things. I'm not really sure what they're supposed to be, but they definitely have like the vibe of like, you know, Puck, some kind of fairy creature. It's determined to cause mischief. And I'm already lost. Can't see that. There we go. So we can nail this punk. Yeah, I got behind him. This is why I always say Psycho Slider for the win. And we do have a dark space here. Maybe we'll be able to get freedom. Power up. You can see that powered up dark slider, dark fire, dark slider. Keep thinking of the Psycho Slider. Can we jump over this? I don't know. Do we have to whirlwind over it? Probably have to whirlwind. There we go. Didn't really want to go that way. Could have just walked probably, but it got us over there. This is this is not quite where it gets confusing. We do have a little time. And here's Freedom, the dank night. Now let's power up that dark fire and see what it does. Come here, buddy. Oh my. Now that is an upgrade. And this is also why Frieden impresses me above any other character in this game. And I think he also gets another very powerful ability here. It's more of a close range kind of thing, but it's really devastating in its own right. And defensive as well, so this guy is no joke. It does take a second to charge it up. And we got some death. Get that spider. Oh, what do you think you're doing? 17 damage. I think it's pretty safe to say that getting that potion does increase its power. I don't remember it doing quite as much as that. We've only used, yeah, I think he was doing 13. We did get a bonus, but where did that thing go? There we go, killed it. So this place is starting to get confusing now. I think there's several ways we can go. All of them filled with spiders and skulls. Not the most imaginative enemies, although I do have to say those floating piper things are actually quite different and cool, but aside from that, most of the stuff here is kind of cliche video game RPG stuff. Yeah, some life. So as you can see, we're really getting close to the end here. You can tell from the power-ups. We really only have, I think, 2 more dungeons left before the last one, not counting this one. Well, we have also another one. We do have the secret dungeon. Can't forget that. I don't know, did I spoil that? Should have said spoiler alert. Oh, I'm feeling so very well, so I have to remember that there's stuff over to there, over to the left. I have to remember there's unexplored area. This spider was determined to damage me. It's like that's why it was created or something. Damage me. Who would do such a thing? I like how his sword can actually block shots, like if you're swinging it. Oh my. Look at love our spiders. We love spiders and illusion of Gaia. Your strength has increased. Good. Is there anything over here? No, there's no chests. Okay. I really do like this map because it tells you if there's chests, it tells you if there's enemies. So you're really not in danger of really missing too much aside from the crystals, if you so choose to check it. Make good use of it. So we'll have to go back to Will, unfortunately. May as well save the game at this point. This will continue. So far it's looking good. I think we're doing quite well. I better cross my fingers. Are there bad things here? Okay, so I think we want to go back over here. And yes, there's plenty of stuff that wants to kill me here. Great. Unfortunately, we kind of have to use Will a lot. But Will's a good character. And he has Psycho Slider and Roland now, so he's not as weak as he was. That's one of the weaknesses of Psycho Slider. Excuse me for clearing my throat. Oh. Still have plenty of enemies to kill. And there's a chest? How nice. So I do have to keep... It's actually not so much finding the object of this area, the Tearpot, as it is getting out that I have difficulty with. So I'm going to have to try to keep in mind how I went. Because it does become more than a little confusing. Oh. There we go. Oh, don't turn. Oh good, more spiders. Oh, ouch. One of the few times your Psycho Slider can work against you. These things are just annoying. Don't really serve much purpose other than to irritate. And I think that's mostly because of their movement patterns. This is actually one of the few places in a game that I actually drew a map for when I was younger. Well, now that I've been through it many times, I don't get lost badly at all. What did we get? It's the mushroom drops. So first he starts with herb, then he moves up to shrooms. Oh well. This kid is incorrigible. do these look like? Oh yeah. So weird. It's totally trustworthy looking, right? Something I'd want to handle. It's even stranger that it's in a treasure box. Like, who or what put that there? And I don't really know. Well, oh, it did say they were enshrined. It did say the Tearpot was enshrined in Mount Kress, so that's probably an important detail. So I do remember there was a destroyed stalk. I think in the next area over. We did see that. See, this is where things start getting a little irritating. Because there's a fair amount... Oh, there we go. There is a fair amount of backtracking. He tries using the water from the mushroom. He pours the mushroom water on the stems, and magic! And more skeletons and spiders. You think they would have thrown like a couple bats in here just to keep up with the old video game cliches? Can I not reach him? Cannot reach him. It is indeed troubling. Of course, we're missing enemies now. Like, these things drive me nuts. They just cruise past you. Oh, I'm a skeleton. I'm a skull. Not even a skeleton. It's just a skull. Still, I do feel like they fit the game, they fit the area. Along with these things, which are pretty cool. There we go. Oh, ouch. So they kind of gave us a break with Angel Village. And then we had... After that, we had, what was it? The Great Wall, which wasn't so bad at all. So, you know they're gonna throw some BS at you to make up for that. This is where we get Mount Kress. There we go. Like, this place must... I don't know, must... For some reason it looks like a horrible place. I wouldn't want to be here at all. Like, you can't even see the ground. You thought Lower Eye Cliff was bad, well... Have some Mount Kress. That makes me wonder, like, has anyone ever tried like a challenge run of this game where you can get, like, you grab as few life power-ups as possible? It sounds awful. Mainly because there's situations where you just kind of have to face tag things. Oh, what did we get? It's the mushroom drops. Joy. Let's get this over with, skeleton. Skull. Keep calling them skeletons. They're not even skeletons, they're incomplete skeletons. Just a skull. And I keep calling them skeletons. Silly me. Probably because I'm just so used to dealing with skeletons in these sorts of games that it's hard for me to even wrap my mind around just a skull. Alright, let's use our mushroom. And he pulled out his mushroom too. It came out and went drip, drip, drip. Little sublime for everyone. Totally misquoting it, but yeah, we'll keep it like that. Why not? I kind of had to make it more appropriate for original Gaia, since Will doesn't really have a mixie. Okay, this is horrible. So as I said, this all gets very confusing. It wasn't confusing before. It's confusing now, I'll tell you that. I often forget the sheer scale of this place. For something that's really kind of like one of this game's in-between dungeons, or filler dungeon, it's really kind of complicated and big. I think it, yeah, it's also the last one, so there's that. Maybe they wanted to go big for this. That's what it was. Hopefully we're nearing. Yeah, I think we are. Hopefully we're nearing. Not 100%. Really, after this, you're kind of cruising at the end of the game. There are some pretty tough monsters in the later dungeons, but it's nothing brutal. Like, this whole area here is just one big, confusing mess. I just want to leave. Just get me out of here. I mean, it really does take on, like, this nightmarish life of its own, this dungeon. I'll give them that. That's what they were going for, they succeeded. Here we go. I'm gonna kill it. Oh, did I want to do this? I don't know. Well, we get... It's with the mushroom drops. I was desperately hoping that it would say, it's the Tearpot. Not yet. That would be too easy, friends. Yeah, I got some life back just in time to get hit. You know, we're nearly not doing too bad on the deaths either. I know I've had a few. It's been a bit tougher doing this with Will. At least the bosses. But, I haven't had too many deaths. I think maybe about 3. Now, if you count my deaths fighting the vampire boss, when I was kind of practicing them and trying to figure them out, it would be much higher. I don't really count them because they are, you know, it was a special challenge. They're the toughest boss in the game, in my opinion. I think a lot of people would agree with that. And I was practicing them, so I'm not really going to count that against myself. And how do we get to this next thing? I guess maybe over here. Let me get to that dark space. Question is, how do we go about it? And of course, one of those lost lives is just me messing up on the, we don't want to do that. But I think I know where we need to go now. Oh, man, does this suck. It's almost like a completely... like someone else designed this who wasn't, like, officially on the team. Like, let me get... like, someone just said, like, let me get my, my really mean friend to design this area. He's an internet troll. There we go. Oh, what did we get? Like I said, this is where Frieden, if he wasn't he wasn't powerful before, he's powerful now. Because he now has Aura Barrier, can now be used. The Aura Barrier is a dark power that can only be used by the Dark Knight Frieden. Use the power of the aura to put a barrier around you. The attack and LR buttons were powered. Okay. And you'll see what this does. Frieden's power the aura barrier. It puts a layer of aura around his body. Enemies at the mountain temple are strong. If you use this power, your battles will be easier. Like, I don't know, because I don't think I was really struggling with these enemies here. Of course, I am really rather biased. Probably not the right person to ask about the difficulty of this game, because I just know it so well. And as you can see, this, I like the graphical effect. It's also just ridiculously powerful. And we gotta find this last enemy here. Is that one of the jumping? Oh yeah, that's one of the jump things. Here, he's up there. There he is. Prepare yourself. Let's aura him. 18. And I didn't realize this, but you are invincible while casting that. Well, that's really good. Hey guys, I just think there's so much stuff in this game that's overpowered to the max. Okay. Pull out your mushroom. Like, it's ridiculous. Oh, we took a hit. It is a little unpredictable. You're not sure where it will go exactly. And I messed that up. And that's a barrier, huh? Yeah, it just one-shots everything. And this is with the distinct possibility that I am missing some of the power-ups in the game. You're all dead. It's just ridiculous. He's like a freaking paladin from WoW. Except he's a Dark Knight. I think WoW had them too. Not a huge World of Warcraft fan. I played it a little bit years ago. I did play a lot of Final Fantasy XI, and if anyone here is familiar with that game, it has a very different culture than that of World of Warcraft. You have, I would say overall, you have far more disciplined players. You kind of had to be able to follow the instructions and do what you need to do in that game from the beginning. In your parties and stuff. That's just me. So I did have trouble adjusting to World of Warcraft's culture because the groups would just kind of charge through the dungeons blind with no levels, thinking, oh, well, this is easy. And I guess some of them knew them so well that they could do that. But that was just something you didn't do in Final Fantasy XI. If you did that, you died. Like, there's no other way about that. And in WoW, they would sometimes die. So it was hard for me to kind of accept that. So I didn't really play the game very long. But I did think it was a cool game. I just think I probably would have needed to have been in a guild or something that was really active, did things together a lot to really enjoy it. Because doing pickup groups definitely wasn't working out for me. So that is my story about World of Warcraft. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And please be the end of this nightmare. Oh, it is. We got the teardrops. Or the tearpot. You found the teapot. So I used two different names and neither of them are right. Okay. Figures. And that actually looks like the thing. That actually looks like the thing that was sitting on the counter of that market stall from the last episode. So let's get the hell out of here. Let's GTFO. GTFO. Now this is probably where I'm going to get lost, and I might end up editing me running around in circles, desperately trying to escape the tortured nightmare that is this place. Because I don't think it would make for very good viewing. Especially when I start melting down and cursing. Though I don't think it will be that bad. And, you know, you never know. I could be jinxing myself. I really could be. But maybe, just maybe, I might make it out here without much difficulty. And if I do, that will be a first. It would be a first time. I'd be doing that for you guys. Because I love you guys. In a very platonic, non-creepy way. Go, Will. Here we go, we're really good. Is Freedom even human? Like, he is so freaking huge. Like, I just realized how big that dude is. Because Will, he might be young, and I think I just went there. Did I go there? No, I don't think I went there. Will may be young, but he's not like super short. Maybe I can charge up here. With any luck, we'll see a thing. And I think we're almost out. I think we're escaping from this hellhole easily. Oh my god. You guys saw it here. This is the first time I got through that dump without wandering in circles for 10-15 minutes. That was frickin' awesome. I have to pat myself on the back for that one. And I do consider myself someone who's pretty good at navigating dungeons. So, being able to do that was great, because I always felt that was a weakness of mine, was Mount Kress. Everything looks the same, and it's confusing. So, I don't remember what hints you off to this in this game, and I'm not going to go out of my way to look. They just tell you the Tearpot with Teapot reveals true forms. Well, if you use it on these two, he tries using the Teapot. The spirit's tears rain down. And we get Moon Tribe. It's such a creepy laugh. Soon this world will be wrapped in darkness. The previous owner of this body is now a skeleton sleeping under the shrine. Oh. Oh my. So, the laborers were ordered to kill the Rolek, Neil's parents, the Rolek couple, I don't know, but they were ordered to kill them by the Moon Tribe? Is that what I was reading? They're so enigmatic, the Moon Tribe. I don't know, it's so hard to read their purposes. I guess they're just like sowing chaos. So, here we go. Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel, neighbor. I finally realize how important my parents are to me. I wish I could have told them. Well, just leave me alone for a while. I'm ashamed to hear you talk that way. I've never seen you like this before. Well, he just found out his fucking parents died, Will. Like, you know, give the man 10 minutes, like, come on. Guest room. The next morning, disappointment awaits. Good morning. Sorry about yesterday. I thought about it all night. I'm next in line to inherit this company. Inherit. Excuse me. If I want to stop the labor trade, I have to change the company that started it. They make money on human misfortune. You're going to become the president of the company? Amazing. Hehehe. Stop it. You're embarrassing me. Kara, someone's come asking about you. Something about being an old friend. What? Hey, come on in. Is it the jackal? Oh. It's Hamlet. The pig. Hamlet. Oink oink. What happened? Are you okay? Haha, he came all this way looking for you. Lily found him in Watermead and sent him by Rolex delivery service. Even if I'm losing my traveling companions, my allies are increasing. So, pretty cool. I don't know why Wilson, I guess he wanted Neil to come along. But I mean, really, the man is taking over this company and is going to stop the slave trade. Like, how is that disappointing? Like, you know, it's pretty cool that he's doing that. But whatever. I just don't understand why, because she's happy to see her back. Like, I don't... Eric is such a frickin' mook. To the west of here are the ruins of Angkor Wat. That's where the laborers' home is located. Let's go. Oh. Well. That was sudden. I would have liked to have talked to Neil. Oh well. That's one thing about this game, they just kind of drop bombs on you. And I do want to end this episode. Natives Village. I do want to wrap this up. So we're going to wrap it up right here, where she says it's hot as the tropics, because stuff happens. You know what? We'll finish this line because stuff doesn't quite happen yet. It doesn't happen quite yet. I see the world tilted, my eyes blurred. There's nothing we can do. Let's stay in this village today. Alright, so they walk off. Almost left here in the sweltering, insane heat. And I'm going to sign off. So, thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back. I'll be back with more IOG. And until next time, good luck and happy gaming.